This is Beetroot Revival, and this is real life, real music.
Real life, real music radio. With your host, Kyle Hutton.
Oh, brother. Sorry. I'm sorry. Where am I?
That's the thing we do here in Texas, Ben.
No, where are my English banners?
What's the problem? You sound so polite, and then
I know. It's all a ruse.
Leave me hanging.
It's all a ruse.
Yeah.
It gets you good table places, though. I tell you that.
Oh, man. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I am going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. We're going to have a whole lot of great conversation. But before we do that, since this is your first time, not in Bryan, you've been in Bryan before, but it's your first time to be here with us in the beautiful Stella Hotel, would you guys just pick something you want to kick us off with tonight?
Absolutely, yeah.
A song? Yeah?
Yeah.
Or a dance? Would you like a dance? Both?
That's right.
Okay, you got it. Ben's gonna dance for you.
The English are known for dancing. Awkwardly, uncomfortably. It's how Englishmen have managed to get married for generations, I think. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe we don't need to talk at all. I am so glad that you guys are here tonight, and I'm going to give a shout out to somebody that I know we would both consider a musical angel, and that's a lady by the name of Sarah Davis. She has introduced me to some of my favorite
Earth Angel.
We love you, Sarah.
She's wonderful. She's the one that told me a couple of years ago that we needed to get you guys on this show, and I'm glad that you're finally here. She's introduced me to other people like Chuck Cannon and just some other amazing, wonderful performers, and so glad to have you guys.
Well, we're honored to be here. When I looked up it feels like an illustrious list of people that you've had over this. As I say, congratulations on basically 20 years. That's amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank
but
you
like,
very much.
What an amazing list of people, and the, outside of your own musical endeavor, the contribution that you've made to Texas music by the fact that you're archiving and creating a source that's going to allow those stories for artists over the years. Some of them we've already lost, but for that to continue forever. So that's great, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're clearly another Earth Angel.
Well, you know what? I'm a music fan. And I know, we had dinner together this evening and had some conversations. And, I'm just now beginning to understand why music means so much to me, and it's kind of interesting that if you really want to take a deep dive into the things that are being learned about brain science and frequencies and like things that we know today that we used to not know, that explain to me how as a kid with some trauma, I was adopted, and that that gives some of its own opportunities for self-discovery later in life in a lot of different ways. But bottom line is, music has always been something that I've gravitated to. And I think at the surface level, it's about the lyrics and the emotion and the rhythm and the beat and how you feel. But ultimately, we're learning that there's a lot more depth to it than that scientifically. And so to me, it's just amazing to get to hang out with people that have devoted their lives to that craft, and so I'm glad we get the opportunity to do that with you guys tonight.
On the align.
Yeah.
On the flip side to that, on the spectrum though, I like to call sort of performative songwriting. It's the acceptable form of mental illness. because if anybody else in this room,
open therapy.
But no, if anybody else in the room who wasn't a musician or any kind of artist went out on the street corner and just started shouting about the stuff that had been going on, people would turn away and not listen to them. But if you put a guitar in someone's hand and they sing something about it, people applaud it. So it's quite a good career and life move when you've got some issues that you're sort of dealing with in real time.
Yeah.
Because people are just so nice to you. You know, it's like...
I love that song about the time you were devastated.
Yeah.
That's my favourite song. Thank you. Thanks for healing my heart when I was lost.
But this is why I think it's the acceptable form of mental illness, because it's that... Who else would think, oh, you know what, I'm going through a really hard time at the moment. I know what I'll do. I'll put it in a song that I play at every single show for the rest of my performing days. So I can just keep reminding myself of the existential emotional pain that I live in.
Okay. All right. Well, look.
Just so we've got the whole spectrum covered. That was all that was for, I promise.
Here's the deal.
Purely
though.
science.
You just teed this up. I want to hear the song that is most indicative of your mental illness that you express on a nightly basis.
How long do we have?
I want you to pick your saddest.
It's my turn, but wait till it's his turn.
Okay, I'll wait till it's his turn for that one. Okay.
We have a diplomacy within this of that. We've never had a gig unless one of us has got a sore throat.
Even at that, I don't think
we do have a thing where it's like, I do a song, she does a song, I do a song. We live in a very good equality, Andrea and I. She tells me what we're doing, and I agree. It works very well.
Answer for myself,
that's perfect.
The song I had teed up for next is probably not my most devastating. We'll get to a devastating one.
Okay.
And don't worry,
or you know what? You could guess.
all the devastating ones.
You could play like a Guess Who game tonight. You're like, that's the one that broke you the most.
The good news is that all the devastating ones, they're about each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's kind of...
We used to be a couple. We were a couple when we first moved here in 2014 for 3 years. And
I know what you're all thinking. How could she give this up?
Yeah.
Because clearly I'm the looks in the group.
Yeah. And it was so funny because for so long, we obviously realized that we had a love for each other, but it just had to grow into something else, and we're best friends, and we have this musical connection that I don't even think we understand just yet. It happens, and you know, we're in it. But for so long, before we were mature enough to just openly talk about this, we would write songs and pretend they weren't for each other. So like our first 2 albums, literally he'd be like, I brought you this song, and I'd be like, all right, why don't you just tell me about it? And we would deny that it was for each other, and now we can look at each other in the eye and go, that's totally for you.
And so, I mean, the thing is with some of that stuff, as you know, about, you know, you're writing songs about things, some of them just didn't make the cut. Like one's like, We Need to Talk. The one that we had called We Need to Talk. You know, because when you both...
Or you're a beep.
Yeah. I think it's time that you moved out. That one was quite a good one, but didn't make the cut though. It didn't.
Anyway, let's get some music.
I told our sponsor friends upstairs in the meet and greet, I said, I can already tell this is going to be a show where I don't have to talk. I could just go sit in the audience and be with y'all and
we
enjoy
both
the
live
show.
alone, you see. That's what it is. And we both have dogs.
To our dogs.
We both have dogs. So we've got a very captive audience at home. My dog and her dogs, they really love our music. You know,
my dogs actually hate my music. When I play,
they like mine.
No, when I play songs or I start writing, one of them walks out of the room all the time, and my friends are like, she hates it, and I'm like, I know. Anyway,
everyone's a critic.
Thanks for not hating us tonight.
Okay, then you play a song.
Okay, let's do.
Then we'll talk some more.
So this was the first song I brought to Ben. And I really feel like this helped us find we started out on the very first trip as 2 solo acts, and we recognized very quickly we had a musical connection, and I remember bringing this song to Ben, and he liked it, and this was one that helped us find our sound as beetroot. It's called Instincts. Oh, something's buzzing. Did we figure out what that was? What's our sound guy? Is it the guitar? Do we just need to push the DI? Grind the DI? Yeah. Sorry, there's our tech guy.
Yep. On the bags or on yours?
It's on his.
By the way, reminder that the video podcasts are unedited, so you'll be able to see Jesse come up and flip this switch on the direct box.
Something the AI
anytime.
can never take away from us.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
no.
right. Who wants perfection? We want to know what's really going on.
Yay! Oh,
Dude, y'all give him a round of applause. We just made that happen.
This is so appropriate because we were talking about frequencies and how it changes. That was messing with my nervous system.
Yeah.
And as soon as it stops, you're like, oh, why do I feel all right? Again, layers.
I believe they call that first world problems.
Thank you so much.
I heard a noise in my monitor.
I'm so sensitive
and it
to noise.
really upset my equilibrium. I cannot go on.
And I only want blue M&Ms.
Could I get that a little higher in there now? Thank you, brother. Yeah, okay.
I thought you were asking for it back there. I was like,
yeah, could I have the noise back? Because now it's gone, I feel alone.
I'd like to annoy her all night.
I feel alone.
I probably should have sat in between y'all. That's what I'm starting to feel.
You did say it's like Ike and Tina, Sonny and Cher. Are you ready?
It's not Ike and Tina, all right? Yeah. It's Sonny and Cher.
Okay.
Because if it's Ike and Tina, you're Ike.
I know, that's what we said.
I'm only joking.
Oh, thanks for taking us with a pinch of salt.
Just remember, you were at the show where we got cancelled.
Starts pumping and my heart starts thumping and it feels like
so proud. The devil don't lies or no disguise, we had to try. The dark so long, the dark so deep, the dark so proud. How instincts talk. Okay.
Man, you sing like Tina Turner over there, Ben. Come on now. Golly. Okay, so I want to ask you guys how you describe your music when someone asks you. You know what I mean? Because y'all are not easily put into a box of a genre. So how do you describe what you do?
It's very true. It's when we came over, as Andrea mentioned, we were kind of in our solo endeavors. It really is a mashup of all of the things that we love. These days everything seems to get grouped into Americana, which is kind of amusing when she's from Northern Ireland and I'm from England. It's like, but all of the things that really permeated our childhoods, even where the Beatles were concerned, it was like all of those English groups were influenced by American music. So sort of there's a country folk, roots, blues, rock and roll type thing. Mm-hmm. But Andrea,
some Celtic stuff.
Yeah,
and also this godsend of a waitress on our very first trip actually gives us like a one-liner for this question. We were in Denny's in Roswell, New
Mexico.
And
yeah,
that's where we decided to put the duo together.
We can't tell you what else we saw there, but
but it was the day after we were like, you know what, we keep playing together and everyone keeps coming up and being like, what's the band called? And we were going, I'm a solo act, blah, blah, blah. We were like, no, the world is telling us to do it, let's do it. And we made we wrote all our name options on the back of our tickets the night before. We landed on Beetroot and we went to Denny's, as I say, the next day, and this lady, the waitress, comes up and she was like, so what are y'all called? I know, terrible.
How did she say it?
Terrible with accents. So what are y'all called? I've been practicing it. It was so bad.
Can I have the envelope, please?
And we told her, and she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to stay in Irish accent here. She's like, I get it. You've got the beat, you're rooted in old music, and you're creating a revival. And we were like, thank you so much. So yeah, there's our one-liner.
We were like, that's exactly what we were going for.
Yeah.
When really the truth of how the name came about because of that link to it was because when Andrea and I first started seeing one another sort of socially, and then now that grew into a romantic thing, and for any of the single men in this room, you feel free to steal this one. I used to make her sandwiches that had beets in them. So I know that sounds a little odd, but don't knock it till you've tried it. Beet sandwiches with like cheese and all sorts of things. And so it became this sort of joke. And in England, we don't refer to them as beets, we call them beetroot. Yeah. So it was this funny little thing.
In Ireland.
But when I wrote it down on the ticket, I thought, like beet with an A, because obviously there's then that link to because clearly if you look at me, I'm quite obviously influenced by the Beatles.
And I beat the drum.
Yeah, and the drum, it was just like, and the roots thing and the revival thing, it just sort of fell together as almost like a self-explanatory, because we couldn't put it into like a genre. We couldn't say, we're folk or we're blues or,
Bit of it all.
So what would you say is the song that most clearly, because I know they all do, they all are a part of your influences and the things that have inspired you. But is there one that y'all agree on that's like the purest version of whatever it is that y'all are both bringing to the table?
I mean, Instincts would be one of that. That last song we just played, I would think, because even though Andrea had written the song, my contribution to it was the arrangement thing. We kind of had that, certainly not, I don't mean this to make this comparison in a manner that makes it sound like I think that we're in the same league, but we had the Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham thing of like, she has these great songs that she'll bring, and then because I'm the one playing the guitar and because she has such a hefty role from the point of view that she is the whole rhythm section.
Yeah.
So my job in that was to, okay, what can I bring that equals what she brings to it, to make up that sound that makes us like greater than the sum of our parts. And Instincts was that, because it was the first song that we really worked on from the point of view of going, okay, what is our identity together?
Yeah. And that song also kind of melds together. Like, I feel like there's two parts to our sound. there's this like combination of, we just have the same tempo beat running through us. Like we just we lock into exactly the same rhythm. So like our instrumentation and the elements of music that run through our bodies, we both have similarities. Like we mimic each other. But then another thing that a lot of people enjoy is how well we sing together. We have very different voices. I have a round lower register, deep, like there's just very different tones, and Ben has this like straight high. He can sing every note, and like we both have these big ranges, but that is a song that kind of just locks both of those elements in.
It's true, yeah. I mean, it's interesting because we never really stop to think about that, but it is kind of true.
But
it's
people
that
will always say, "Wow, you two like sing really well together. Like it just works." But we never thought about it. We just did it.
But it's interesting again because both of us come from very different backgrounds, but both rooted in music from a very young age. Like she started playing at like 7 or something, and I picked up the guitar when I was like 12. My dad was a guitar player. Her dad plays guitar. It was that thing of the family thing as well, and I think that contributed a lot to our singing as well, because the stuff that we were brought up listening to, both of our dads were probably older than a lot of the dads of a lot of other kids our age. My dad was 40 when I was born. Her dad is he was probably in his late 30s or something, and so their record collections, I think that did a lot. For me, it was like the Beach Boys, the Beatles, the Bee Gees, a lot of bees. But it was that, and so trust me, it was a real culture shock to me when I got to my teens and I realised that not all men sang in a high falsetto register.
Wow.
It did explain something though. It did explain why I wasn't really a hit with the girls until later. Because strangely enough, no one likes it if you can sing higher than them.
I don't mind.
No, but when you're young, when you're a kid and you're like, oh yeah. And you're going around to your friends' houses and you're like, yeah, we're going to rock some Bob Dylan. And like my friend was just like, pardon my French, he was like, what is this? Like, I was like, what are you talking about? He was the kind of guy that would buy the top 40 records that came out every week in the 90s. Yeah. And there's me turning up with Bob Dylan and Beatles records and the Bee Gees. And I'm like, yeah, this is the cool stuff. And he was like, now I know why we don't have any friends.
Okay, while we're on influences, I'm going to throw a curveball. Okay, one of the things that's really cool, if you go online, you can find these two doing some very innovative, interesting takes on some of the songs that have influenced them. So I wonder, would y'all pick a cover from your influences and let's hear it beetroot style.
This was, again, everything that we do, we also bond over the fact that we hate rehearsing. And we don't rehearse, and I think it does come from this natural. When we were kids, music was innate to us, right? So I don't mean to sound cocky in any way when I say that. It's always been part of our being. So we both had this distaste for rehearsing. So everything that we have created, we did it live on a stage. And I remember we were in Boston. We just watched the Red Sox play on our first trip. Very long. I was way drunker than I expected. The game.
Yeah, I have comments on that always disappoints Americans because I was like brought up watching baseball movies. I blame Kevin Costner, honestly, for making me think that baseball was really exciting. I thought it was really fast-paced and it was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And it went on for hours.
And he doesn't drink,
and I don't drink
the whole time.
And I don't eat meat, so that was the hot dogs gone, that was the drinks gone, and I was like,
all of it.
She did. She was a champ for us. She really was.
But anyway, we played a show. We got a show in this little dive bar beside the Red Sox stadium.
Opposite Fenway Park.
Yeah, and this was the first time I was like, I know this Dream or Fleetwood Mac song, and we just started playing it, and then this version of it just happened.
Before y'all start, let me ask this: are we hearing that buzz?
Yes.
Is it the other DI maybe? Potentially? Or is it the same one?
I think it just proves that we're live, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and we can roll with that.
Because I've been to a couple of concerts in recent years. I won't mention any names because it might break some of your hearts of some of the people, but there's a lot of lip syncing going on to pre-recorded tracks at gigs these days, especially the big ones, like big name artists who've perhaps gotten a bit old and can't sing in the same keys anymore. And it can be quite disappointing. So we are live, friends. We really are.
Yeah, let's just roll.
You can actually take me down a little bit, the guitar, if that's okay. And that's something that anyone who knows any guitar players should pay attention to, because you rarely hear a guitar player asking for less of himself.
Less of Ben, and I take a little bit more vocal. More of me, less of Ben.
Now I know the universe is in balance.
Check. There we go. Thank you.
something. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. No.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, Ben.
That's me.
Yeah. Dude, I could listen to you play guitar all night.
Oh, man, that's so
You're
kind.
insane. That is insane. Okay. So,
I appreciate
and
that.
obviously the vocal range is just astounding. So let's go over what all you're playing here.
Me?
Okay. And flute, is that penny whistle? Is that what
Yes.
you would call that? Okay. And now explain this guy to me right here.
Let me pick her up. This is a Celtic Irish drum called the bodhrán, bodhrán. So why not? You know, a couple extra letters in there, Gaelic.
Drunk Irish people.
Yeah. Don't even ask about my middle name.
Well, just spell
second
it
name.
this way.
This I have been playing a bodhrán. You'll find these in traditional Irish music in sessions, and it's I manipulate the skin on the back with my hand.
Okay.
I basically taught myself how to play it by just listening. I went to Irish sessions from the age of 7 with my dad. I was in bars from 7. Didn't drink till 11.
She means 11 o'clock. She was drinking at 7.
But no, I used to just sit and listen. That was my first introduction to music. I danced first, and then I would sit and listen. And I just then kind of figured out my own way of playing it. This is called a tipper that you hit it with. You hold it like a pencil, strike it down the way, and then you manipulate the sound by the back.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's very cool. Okay.
That's what I say. She's the whole rhythm section. You know, it's like whenever we've been out touring at any point in time, people are always like, the rhythmic thing, how do you do that? I mean, I can add in like a thing, but it's like she's got so many tones that she manipulates out of that. The fact that she can be the bass drum, the snare drum, and the toms all at the same time.
And when you have an amazing sound guy, I can make it sound like a bass.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bass.
No, but that's true, but it's
Thank
still,
you.
the thing that's always impressed me about it is that it's not an easy thing to play. Like, I play a lot of instruments, and I always prided myself on being like Paul McCartney's my ultimate music hero because he's such a consummate craftsman when he approaches instruments. But I've sat with that thing on numerous occasions. I can't get a sound out of it. Do you know what I mean? And it's amazing what she does. And even if you compare her to other bodhrán players, she gets so much more out of it than you would do if you were just doing it in traditional stuff as well. It's like she uses it for rock and roll. She uses it for jazz. Like she sat in with so many different people, and it's still, she's able to have this thing that comes out of it. It's amazing.
I think it came out of necessity, right? When we first came over here, we really didn't know anybody, and we didn't have anything, let alone a social security number. We had a bag of money, you know, and
that was from all of Andrea's
busking.
Criminal exploits beforehand in a bag of money.
For real, like we have carved this whole life from nothing, and I mean that in the sense of like we just didn't have anything really planned when we came, other than this determination and grit and belief in our music. And I think when we started playing together, it was like I knew what our sound could be, so you start to create as you're doing it. So like as Ben was playing these incredible guitar licks and things that he's doing on the guitar, I'm such a I just meet you where you're at. So I feel like it's like that thing. If you want to get better, play with somebody better, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. And I feel like he was doing so much. I was like, how can I add to this? So it was just a necessity thing and now I've kind of just figured out my own way to play the instrument through it.
Well, okay, so y'all both come over from England and Ireland.
Well, we were living in England together, but she'd lived all over actually.
Okay. Well, how? Obviously, you could have landed anywhere in the States. Like, why Austin? And what about Texas? Have you felt has like embraced your music? Like, why is this home?
Well, do you want to go?
Well, I feel like Texas chose us. Like it was a symbiotic thing. Like Ben can tell you about how it actually happened, but for me, everything opened when we got to, in a bigger sense, like all doors started to appear when we got to Austin and got to Texas, and the warmth and love that we felt. I've really struggled, I still struggle to this day, of how far I am from my family. And the way that I felt when I got to Austin and Texas was that some part of that huge void in my heart got a little smaller. Because there's like this genuine love for community, and I just felt it, and I was like, I need to be here.
Well, we spoke about this earlier as well. It's like there is something very, irrespective of economic individuality or politics or any of those things, Texas loves music so much, and it loves live music. And I think for me, a big part of it was that, I grew up listening to records in my dad's collection, so I wanted to come to the place that Guy Clark had been and that Doug Sahm, and and then I got to meet a bunch of these people. The first week we got here, the now late great Augie Myers was playing at a little club, and I was like, freaking hell, it's Augie Myers, it was Texas Tornadoes, and played on Dylan's records and played on Tom Waits' records, and he's in this little club. And I think the beauty of that scene, and that has expanded definitely beyond just Austin, of course, but Austin being like the focal point of that, it seemed to be like, for music, it was that whole, it had the same principle as the whole New York thing. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. As in the sense of, there isn't a hell of a lot of industry that comes out of Austin when it comes to the music side, but it is the place that everyone comes to from the outside thinking that they're good. And then if you're smart enough, which is to be quiet and just listen and soak it up,
and get good,
it makes you great. And I don't mean that in a arrogant way. I mean everyone who participates in it.
And I think a part of the greatness is that how welcoming if we just look at musicians and the way that we were welcomed in when we first came to Austin, these legends, as Ben has mentioned, and they're top of their game, they're virtuoso, and they were so welcoming and wanted us to be a part of it. Like there was no like, oh, what are you doing here? It was like, oh, look at these two that want to do something with their life. Let's help them.
Well, I think as well,
and it's a pay it forward thing, and that's how we've approached life.
I think it shows as well when someone comes into anything wanting to contribute to the fabric rather than to try and change it. None of us like change in any way, shape or form, but I think the necessary change that occurs when you have some kind of alchemy, some kind of chemistry of like, you're already coming in and showing respect and love for the thing that exists. And that very much, even though we come from very different approaches to music, I'm such a geek about it. I'm like all about the details, who played on such and such as records and things like that. And so to me, it was such a big deal to be in a community where first and foremost, I could meet these people that while they might not be famous, it's like I could walk into Starbucks and bump into Charlie Sexton.
Yeah.
And the fact that these people were so welcoming, like Ernie Duara, who was the drummer for the Texas Tornadoes, he was Delbert McClinton's drummer. He played on our second album and he didn't charge us any money. And we were like, look, we've got a little bit of money. And he went, do you know what? He went, I know what it's like to graft. He said, and when I joined Delbert's band, he said, I was living on food stamps. He said, and someone gave me the opportunity, and he said, and I like to pay that forward now. And so
that encourages you to do that too.
To be a part of a community like that, it's like, who wouldn't want to be?
Yeah, that was what we were introduced to. And so it was like, oh, this aligns with our principles. And this makes us feel like home.
Not throwing any shade at Nashville or anything, because again, everything serves its purpose. But I think what it comes back to is that the community that we were able to become a part of, that we were able to at least express to, that we really wanted to be a part of, has just given, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So,
thank both of you for coming halfway across the world to remind me of how good we have it right here in Texas, because everything you just said is so true. So true. Okay, I don't know who's up. Who's up now?
I did 2 in a row.
You pick a song.
Like me.
Yeah,
me.
Pick one. Is everybody doing okay out there tonight? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And by the way, we do have microphones around the room, and so when y'all experience something that you like, feel free to hoot and holler so our friends in San Luis Obispo, California.
Oh, I thought you meant like literal pickup microphones. So if you want to join in on backing vocals, it's like...
No, I've heard some of these people sing, and we're not doing that.
I actually had somebody on Saturday night at the Bugle Boy try to sing the beat of my drum as I was playing.
Oh, wow.
I was going, what is that noise?
Sometimes
and then I realized there was somebody in the front row going,
but there's a kind of beautiful, it's a beautiful thing about it. It kind of, I think it, especially as, people who've chosen to perform as a vocation, on a psychological level, you always know there's got to be something there. There's some validation being sought there. But I think the beauty of it is sometimes you have those moments where there will be someone in the crowd really close up that is singing horribly out of tune. And in any other instance, you'd go, oh God, this is really annoying. And yet it's the absolute opposite in those instances, because you go, that's their opportunity to, they're expressing the fact that they're enjoying it. And how can I rain on that parade?
Yeah, but God love the person.
It's better than them talking through it. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I'm English and acerbic, so I've got some good lines for that. But nevertheless, there was a guy who used to come to our shows. I won't mention his name because he's passed away now, but he would sing at the front, and it would be this kind of like... And you always knew when he was in the crowd, even if he wasn't at the front, because somewhere in the dark, you'd hear the...
But you know what? He knew our songs.
And he was having a good old time, So this is a song that does that. You saying about songs that sum up the experience. This is probably on the other end of the spectrum to that, because this is a song that it's not so much about our sound as that it's a song that someone in the crowd who used to come to all of our shows would request every time they came to the show. And in my mind, I was like, why are they requesting this song? It's quite a downbeat song on the surface. But our friend, her name was Joy, and she was the absolute embodiment of her name. She had actually been a survivor of the effects of 9/11. She worked downtown in Manhattan when the Twin Towers were attacked, and she basically suffered poisoning from a lot of the chemicals and things that were in the air. So she'd had cancer 3 times, and different things that had attacked them. So her and her husband decided they were going to move to Austin, Texas, and they were going to live every day as if it was the last day. She was the greatest music supporter of anyone I've ever met, rain or shine, whether it was 200 people in the crowd or just her and her husband. They were there, and they were there to hear whatever it was that you had to offer, and they were so supportive. And she used to ask for this song every single time, and it blew my mind for someone who was so joyful and so like, she would literally dance around the room with the tip jar. I thought, wow, what a curious thing. And so obviously when I found out more of her story, and then when she passed away, this song, it ended up meaning more to me because she meant so much to us. So this is a song called Hold On. And if it has any message in it at all, of which I would never be so bold to say that, you should take this away from anything. But what it gave to me through her was the understanding of don't leave things unsaid. If you love someone or something, tell them every single day, even if it drives them up the wall. My mother messages me on Facebook Messenger every day, and the first thing it says is, love you, kiss, kiss, kiss. Now, there are days when I'm just like, I know. But what a lovely thing to be able to take advantage or take for granted, the fact that you're loved and to be told that. So that's what I hope that this song embodies. So it's called Hold On.
Of your heart, maybe I can recommend some helpful places you might start. In that pile of letters that you said you'd thrown away lie the deepest honesties you ever wished to say, hiding for so long, like a song that you no longer play. You're drawing conclusions that suggest you'll never work this out, or may I offer remedy to deal with all this nagging doubt? History and memory are seldom the same thing. One man's recollection to another means nothing. Anecdotes to share, but can you know if you were really there? I can't just tell you all the things you want to hear, for I've seen long goodbyes that must turn into years, and I know pain can't be extinguished with a tear, but you must try to just hold on. Stumble and you'll fall, colliding with each hurdle. The last option is to crawl. Glory or defeat, or do you stand and fight or just retreat? I can't just tell you all the things you want to hear, for I've seen long goodbyes when months turn into years, and I know pain can't be extinguished with a tear, but you must try to just hold on. of your heart. Maybe I can recommend some helpful places you might start.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, real quick, I've got to get y'all to do something before I forget. I need a liner to start the radio show with. Okay, so I need, this is Beetroot Revival, and this is Real Life, Real Music.
Well, howdy doodly campers, it's Beetroot Revival here. Woo!
Yeah, not that.
I've been listening to a little bit too.
Do it together.
I've been listening to a little bit too much old stuff of Wolfman Jack. Sorry,
I like it.
This is Beetroot Revival, and you're listening to.
And this is.
And this is.
Real Life, Real Music.
Okay, ready together?
All right. Well, this is Beetroot Revival, and this is Real Life,
Music.
Real Life, Real Music.
Yeah.
Real Life, Real Music. Ready?
Right. Okay.
You ready?
Ready.
Oh, I've forgotten it.
Oh, and then y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta be real
Beetroot
loud,
Revival,
and then I'll tell you when to be quiet.
And this is Real Life, Real Music.
Okay.
This is Beetroot Revival, and this is Real Life, Real Music. That was
Perfect.
excellent.
God,
You
y'all
like
nailed
that more than you like our songs.
That was a.
That was a wall of songs.
I might take that and put it as my ringtone.
I love it.
That was incredible.
I love it. Okay, so just very quickly, I want to say I want to say a couple things. First off, to our sponsors, our presenting sponsor this season, CC Creations. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that sometime, Kenny, we need to have a field trip, okay? We need to have a Stella Sessions field trip where we go take a look. I've gotten to walk through their facility. They can do like 40,000 shirts in a day. Like tonight after...
How quickly?
Very fast. But tonight after the ball game, who won? Yeah, okay, good. Oklahoma won. So are y'all printing shirts already? How many? Like 10,000 tonight? 10,000 shirts tonight. And that's right here in Bryan,
That's
Texas.
amazing.
Like, I'm talking about, you've got one of the most cutting edge that serves not only musicians, but sports teams, apparel companies.
That's incredible.
And they're doing it right here, and they're putting money back into the community. So my buddies, Pat Green, Miranda Lambert, Co Wetzel, I mean, they work with the biggest of the big out there. Cody Johnson, I don't know how many boxes I carried at his last roping, that you guys, way too many. But not only do they work with the biggest artists, but they keep baby bands on the road, because let me tell you what, buying a t-shirt from a musician after a show is like streaming their music 5,000 times between here and your house. Okay? Like, it's what's helping people be able to do what we're doing tonight. So, Kenny and Lena, thank you for what you do every day and for what you do here to let us have shows like this. And then I'm going to also, I'm going to give a shout out real quick. And for those of you that don't know, we have a nonprofit here in Bryan that's called the Different Day Foundation. My wife and I have been on the board for the last couple of years, and just recently they asked my wife to be the executive director of the Different Day Foundation. So Tara, my wife, is now the director, and as one of her first orders of business, we needed to get one of the resident houses kind of to par where it needed to be so we could get a new resident in there. And it had two old window unit air conditioners. And I reached out to my buddy who is a season ticket holder, Justin Hyman, over here with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. And he came over to give us a bid on putting a whole new AC unit, ductwork, and everything in that facility. And looked at Tara and said, "Your money's no good here," and put the whole thing together for Different Day Foundation. He did both of our units in our home and a unit in our barn, our barn dough deal. And so I can just vouch for him, and he loves music, and he's here tonight. So thank you, buddy, for taking care of us. Yeah, thank you so much.
What an amazing community.
Yeah, dude, this community is. It's an amazing community. They love music, and they like it when I stop talking. So,
you do have a lovely voice, though.
well, thank you so
have to
much.
say,
I'm going to try to study both of your accents. I wonder if I could combine them. Like,
Try.
I could do an English-Irish
thing.
kind
It's
of
not
thing.
really that popular.
Honestly, have a go. I'm actually from Wisconsin, so, you know, not
Love it. Have y'all had a good time tonight? Okay.
You've been amazing. Thank you for making us. Thank you for making us feel so welcome. This is so great.
thank you.
Really
Man,
great.
thank you guys for
And it's
being
nice.
here.
It's nice to see some friendly, familiar faces that we already know as well. We love coming to Bryan, so this is really great.
I usually don't publish 6 months in advance, but I am so excited about the artists that we have for the second half of the year that you have all of them. Okay, so if you're here on your friends' tickets tonight. And, you know, you better be really nice to them on the shows that you'd really like to come back to. In July, we've got Bryan Kennedy, and I'm just as excited to hear, like, his hits that he wrote for Garth, like Beaches of Cheyenne. But I'm even more excited to listen to the stories of his dad, Jerry Kennedy. If you want to look up Jerry Kennedy, producer, like did all the early Jim Reeves and Statler Brothers, and like this guy, Jerry, he was the Chet Atkins of like Polygram or wherever he was. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. And then Bryan was also tour manager for Garth for 10 years, so he probably got some good stories. And then another wonderful musical extravaganza will be Terry Hendricks and Lloyd Maines in August. And just check out all the rest of the upcoming dates, and be nice to your friends if you're here in their tickets, and maybe they'll let you come back. So, all right, let's do a couple more before we get out of here tonight.
Okay.
Y'all pick.
Do you want us to do a couple
It's
more?
you.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. You're up next right now.
We'll do a slow one and then a fast one.
Sure. Forget Bruce Springsteen. You're the boss.
See Belfast Girl? It's got a Texas line in it. That's what I thought. You just said I'm the boss.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean it.
I know.
I mean, it is true, but, you know.
Or Kathleen and Jim.
Yeah, let's do that one, because that's got a good story behind it we should mention about your non-profit at some point as well, which is very, very important.
Okay, stop. Wait. Rewind. All right. I can't even believe I almost didn't talk about that.
That's all right. We've been having a lot of fun.
Talk about kindred spirits. You know, I just brought up Different Day Foundation, right? I mean, like, what are we doing in this world if we're not trying to help people that have experienced trauma or hard times or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, as a community, trying to help those that have been through things that maybe we've been fortunate enough to not have to go through, you know? Or maybe we've gone through them and lived through them and come out on the other side, and we can inspire somebody from that position in our lives. Well, as we sat and had dinner, I knew in the back of my mind that Andrea had a festival and that it was tied to a nonprofit, but I got to hear more about the workshops that they're doing in homes for at-risk youth, in women's shelters, with people that are literally on their deathbeds in hospitals, and using music to just connect and touch their souls in a time in their life where they need it possibly more than they ever have. And so, like, my hat's off to you. The charity is Music Cares.
Music Helps.
Music Helps, okay. And the festival is?
The festival is called She Rises Fest.
Okay.
And it's in July 16th. It's coming up 3 weeks. That's a crazy time.
Yeah.
And it's in its 4th year. And so is the nonprofit is in its 4th year.
New Mexico.
Yeah. The festival's in Taos. Our workshops are currently in Austin and in Albuquerque and soon to be in Taos. We work with a school for the deaf in Albuquerque as well. And basically we just utilize the healing power of music. We all know that music helps us. It just automatically makes you feel. Even on those days that you don't want to feel, you just can't hide from it. And we really saw firsthand, to begin with, the impact it had on children who were very much in fight or flight constantly and had no trust with human adults because of the abuse they had faced at the start of their life. And we went in and we started writing songs with them and doing these little workshops where we sing with them. And when you sing, you activate your vagus nerve, so you start to change your body makeup. And you could just see the walls fall down around these children who were like, no, adamant, don't want to be a part of it. And then by the end of it, they're sitting beside you writing a song, and they get to come back to being a child again because that's been taken away from them. And then they look at you and they think you're safe. And with that, we build that safety. So yeah, I believe in it with every inch of my heart. The festival serves as a fundraiser so that we can keep these programs going. And I am launching my third program tomorrow at a women's shelter in Austin, just bringing in some songwriting to some of the clients that are in the home.
Yeah. So absolutely give it up. And if you want to learn or talk more about that, or as some of you are in this room, if you want to support in any way, shape, or form, there's a little table right out here. Are you guys going to hang around and sign some words and shake some hands?
Come ask me, Ed.
Okay, yeah.
It really
learn about what these guys are doing. Beautiful human beings doing beautiful work.
It really is such a profound thing that Andrea has cultivated with that. You know, with someone who comes from a background as being a high school music teacher before I met her, and just always having that enthusiasm to work with young people in a way that allows them sort of, the thing that we take for granted as adults is that we think about it from the point of view of going, we get reminiscent about our childhoods. But when a child is participating in it, that's all they know. And so to have such a hard start for all of that and that to be your leap off point, the fact that Andrea has cultivated this thing over the last nearly 4 years, it's an incredible thing. I mean, I went in on the launch date of it 4 years ago, near enough, and to see the change in some of these children who, even in their body language, that was very much like this. And once they saw Bryan Temple, who's a great drummer that plays with Andrea, their fascination of what they wanted to go up to him, and the transformation on him as someone who is used to being this, cool as a cucumber kind of musician, and the big wide smile that broke out over his face when the kids wanted to hit the drums and
and you take those things for granted. You
don't
think that curiosity is just something that we have access to. These kids don't. They don't feel curiosity. They don't feel all those things. It's been removed from them, and then music brings that back into their life, and they have that curious play, and it's so beautiful. But yeah, let's sing a little song. This is a song that we're going to put on our next Beetroot album. And the one thing that I love about the work in the children's home and working with children in particular is that you can only be in the moment with them. You really can't, be anywhere else but just present, and they really teach you that. And this is a song that two little birds that lived on my porch taught me to be present. It's called Kathleen and Jim.
As I'm sitting here watching you, feeling so lucky to be born. Couldn't ever expect I'd be sharing this part of my life with you. Together we make this house our own. And she calls and he comes, sits there by her side. That's all I want from you. Then I need to know who I am in this moment. I might be alone, but I'm learning to love all these parts of myself that I keep running away from. I keep trying to hide from this darker side of me. darker side of me. 'Cause I need to know who I am in this moment. I might be alone, but I'm learning to love all these parts of myself that I keep running away from. I keep trying to hide from this darker side of me. Some people make it look so easy. Some of us somehow get stuck.
That's a great song. What a great song. Have y'all had a good time tonight? Ben and Andrea, thank you so much for taking time out of your midweek to come hang out with us tonight in
This
Bryan,
was,
Texas.
this was a great way to spend a Monday. I had to remind myself when I looked at the phone earlier and I was like, is this Monday? It feels like Friday. This is great.
Thanks for bringing your Friday energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay,
And,
so
and thank you for having us. As I said to you, it's not wasted on us that we get to be, treated like we're, one, interesting, and two, the fact that you've had this running for nearly 20 years with such incredible, illustrious guests, and the ones that are coming up as well. It's like it's hard not to engage the imposter syndrome when you see that. So thank you for letting us be a part of it. It's amazing.
well, you and I, we talked about this a little bit at dinner, and I think the beautiful thing about music is the connection that it creates. And I know when I was a kid listening to the Beach Boys and listening to Glenn Campbell and listening to Johnny Cash and the things that I was listening to, it was that feeling of connection that was what inspired me. And the only way, for me to know that imposter syndrome is not present for me is when I feel that.
Yeah.
And I felt it tonight.
Yeah, no,
so
absolutely,
thank you,
man.
guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you for being
And
here.
thank all of you. That was amazing,
bringing
honestly.
that.
That energy that you get from a crowd is the thing that makes or breaks any kind of show, I think. Because it, all jest aside of what I was saying about the acceptable form of mental illness, but it is true. It's that thing of that whenever you're writing and singing something that means something to you, it's only how it lands that really makes it matter. So the fact that good folks like yourselves support live music in the way that you do, not just, you show up and you gave that tremendous applause earlier on, which I am going to use as a ringtone. It's a big deal, and it reminds us all that we're alive together, and I think that's pretty damn good.
CC Creations, Destination Bryan, the Stella Hotel, Lake Walk, City of Bryan. Thank you guys for embracing what we do. We're in our third year here. We don't take it for granted. Thank you for that. And you guys have to pick a song to end the night with tonight.
Do you want something like? Oh, I know what we could do. We could do "Sit Me Down," because that.
Do you want a cover or an original?
I want an original.
All right. Well, I need to stand up for this. Get serious. This is a song called "Sit Me Down, Woman Blues." I wrote this a very long time ago on a train in England. I would tell you the whole story, but it's longer than the song. And it goes something like this. Station with my suitcase in my hand, a complimentary book of matches that came from the promised land. Every person I've acquainted since become a passerby with their own set of directions for the nearest place to hide. Lend me your pencil and I'll draw you what I see. Well, I bet it's not the same as what you see in front of me. Close your eyes, start counting backwards.
face. We'll pretend we never met. Oh, round around the circle, where it stops nobody knows.
It's hot.
Oh, it could be a ticking time bomb or the emperor's new clothes. I wish I could pick for you, but I can't be your head. So I stand here on your shoulders, selling prophecies instead.
on the guitar. 5 strings.
Well, I'm back here at the station. My suitcase, it is empty now. I used up all its solutions and I have returned to take a bow. I now stand here before you, just displayed in black and white. Oh, you can dissect all of my memory and throw away what you don't like. All right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beetroot Revival.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all for being here tonight. They'll be right out here at this table. Come say hello and pick up some merch. We'll see you next time.